What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bly back here at YB Works. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different for the channel. We're gonna work on my garden project. This is gonna be new to the channel, and we're gonna do something new in the garden today. But we did do a garden last year. We didn't do the best job, but we did a pretty decent job, we thought. So we're gonna keep it going, and I'll give you guys a small tour of what we had before. You got some bags of dirt and all that good stuff. But anyway, these are the 4 beds that we had last year, raised garden beds. You can get these off of Amazon. I will have a link in the description, and basically that's what we're going to be building today. We had broccoli in one, we had some onions in another one, we had a bunch of tomatoes and peppers, like bell peppers, in that one, and we had some more some lettuce and stuff in that one. And they all seem to do pretty good with the dirt mix that we used and everything, and I'll show you guys that as we go. And yeah, around here, this is a trick that you put cardboard down as a weed barrier, and it's working, except for a particular dog of mine wants to come dig up certain spots of it, so grass is popping through in some spots. But for the most part, it is taking care of the grass. You basically lay down cardboard and mulch. I just use leaves as mulch, is what I had right now. I got a bunch of leaves around, and it's working. So eventually the cardboard will help turn into good dirt, so no problem there. What we're gonna do is build up a couple of these guys, and then show you the fill process that I used anyway. I am definitely open to tips. Make sure you comment down below anything that will help, as we are in the learning process, so on all of this stuff. So we are doing pretty decent, we think, anyway, but we don't mind any tips and tricks or whatever to help us along the way. So do not be afraid to share any tips and tricks you guys got. Also, make sure you comment down below, or make sure you hit the like button if you're enjoying this video, this type of video, and subscribe to the channel, as we're going to be adding this to our repertoire. We're going to be adding this to our content list. We're going to be doing our yard overhaul, basically, and all of our garden stuff in these videos. We're going to get started on this, and these things come in a box like this. Obviously the impact and the wrench don't come with it, but generally the screws are down inside. You lift up the first, it's down in there. Each pack contains some straights, and there's the curves. This is enough for 2 different gardens. I'll do a quick guide on how to pop them together, and then we'll time lapse through the rest of that and get to the field part. I definitely recommend using gloves for this. I got really rough hands, and also I'm going to be very careful not to cut myself on the edges, but these edges right here are very sharp, as well as these corners. And as you get it put together, you have less and less of that trouble. So what we got here, I have my impact to make it a little bit faster, and we have an 11mm wrench. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't see the screen. Hopefully you guys can see that. You can use a screwdriver, no problem, and an 11mm wrench as well. But your hardware is a bunch of these guys and a bunch of these guys. So what you're gonna do, you're basically gonna take a corner. Oh, that's 2 of them. Or a curve, and a straight is the best way to start, I found. You can line it up. Screw in the back. All right, and just get it started on there like that. It's still got a ways to go, but you just want to get it started. And I recommend getting all 4 of them in there and started before you tighten any of them up, just to make sure they all line up good. If I can get a screw started today. Yeah, and once you get them all started, then you put your screwdriver on the back or your impact. Where it's lined up. You don't need it real tight. Like I said, the impact just makes it a lot faster. And that section is now put together. And basically, you put 1 more of these down this side, 1 more of the flats down that side, and you're gonna do 2 more curves on the end, and then 2 flat sides down that one, and that'll give you your 4 foot by 2 foot wide by 1 foot deep bed. Alright, so here we go. We got both of our garden beds built. I'm going to show you guys how we, what our process for filling them is. I'm going to do right here first. So we're going to put down a layer of cardboard under. This is going to work as our weed barrier and should basically promote good earth underneath and kill the grass off underneath. We're not worried about the outside edges because we're going to mulch and cover stuff up anyway at some point. There we go. All right, so now our mix we're going to use is basically this is 8 cubic feet, so we're going to use 4 cubic feet of compost and manure. I'm going to use 2 cubic feet of garden soil, and then we'll use about 1 1/4 cubic feet of potting soil to try to keep it loosened up and good for the garden bed, basically. Or like, you know, a nice aerated mix for the garden bed. It should help with that. We did a good job last year and it worked just fine. So we're gonna pop in 4 of these first, and you need to wet in, make sure you soak in each layer, so which will also help with the cardboard breaking down. And this is what I got at my local Lowe's. Right there, you guys can see that. That's the compost we're going to use. So we're going to do 2 bags, and then we're going to spread it out a little bit, break it up, and wet it in. And 2 more bags, do the same thing again. Basically, we just want to break down a bunch of the large chunks. Anyway, back at it. Excuse the dog. We just basically want to break up these large chunks. Basically, just want to make sure you get it nice and wet. You don't want to make a mud with it, but you want to make sure it's nice and moist. Our garden soil. We're gonna use the cheapest at Lowe's. Probably not the best thing. Roast me in the comment. That's okay. But yeah, trying to get this done as cheaply as possible. Oh Come on. stuff Lowe's has right there. That's the mix, and I'm going to, now you would put mulch on top of it, ideally, or you could go ahead and put some plants in and then put mulch on top. Either way, I'm gonna wait on the mulch. I need to get mulch for all of them, so right now I'm just getting some dirt in, and I'll just keep them soaked and everything, keep them wet, or at least wet enough. You don't have to be soaked, but you get the gist. Anyway, let me get the next one done off camera, and I'll show you what the garden looks like after that. All right, YouTube, so we are back. We have both of our garden beds done. We are in the garden. I wanted to give you guys a quick garden tour of what it looked like and in this video here. So let me switch the camera around and we will show you what we got. All right, so as we come down to our garden, we have our trellis entrance or archway entrance. I do not like these. We'll talk about that in another video. These are flimsy. I do not like these, so we'll doing something about that soon. Other than that, there's the newest garden bed right there, and the other one's there. Go around, and there's the other one. We'll disregard that. And looking from the other entrance, like the coffin shaped flower bed in the middle will get cleaned up. Probably doing away with that one. That was a Halloween prop me and Nick made a while back. It was actually a cooler, but we transformed it into basically a little flower bed, but it's kind of rotting out now, so we're going to do something different there in the center for a flower bed. We're also going to add flower beds in the corners so that we can put some annuals in to bring in the pollinators, you know what I mean? So other than that, guys, that'll be it for today's video, and we will keep you up to date on that. Make sure you guys hit the like button, comment down below if you got any tips or anything to say about the video, basically, and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you like videos like this or any of the other content that we do on our channel.